The Nordic Religion by Isabella Daniel and I.
Introduction: The land of origin and settlement.
The Nordic religion originated in the Bronze Age period from the 3rd to the 6th century. It had spread across northern Europe, specifically in Iceland and Greenland. The believers of this ancient religion were known as Scandinavian Vikings.
The Nordic religion was governed by the belief in great gods and goddesses. The Vikings had settled in various locations of northeastern Europe because they were a raiding nation, also because they were a farming nation, and these lands provided the best space for utility.
Origins of the universe.
In the beginning, there was an immense space known as Ginnungagap, where there existed two realms, Niflheim, which was a cold icy land in the north, and Muspelheim, which was a hot southern land. The rivers of Niflheim and the fires of Muspelheim flowed into the gap and solidified, resulting in the birth of the ice giant, Ymir and Odhamla.
Ymir slept, and from his sweat were born 3 other giants, 2 male and 1 female. Odhamla licked away at the ice of Niflheim and revealed the frozen Buri, bringing him to life. Buri's son Bor produced 3 other sons, Odin, Vili, and Vi.
Ymir eventually grew so large and evil that Odin and his brothers killed him, then created Midgard, Asgard, and Hel from his corpse. These realms are arranged in levels connected by various magical pathways around the universal tree, Yggdrasil.
Later they used an ash tree to create the first man and an elm tree for the first woman. Nordics are believed to have descended from Ask and Embla.
Principal beliefs.
The principal beliefs of the Nordics include the story of the 2 godly families and the Yggdrasil tree. The story of the 2 families Vini and Asi becoming one because one is much stronger and powerful. Odin was the leader of this family of gods. All gods had a connection with one another and with the universe, such as giants, dwarfs, and humans.
It was believed that after one had experienced death, he or she would travel to the afterlife, and the best way to do so was to be accompanied by the Nordic gods. In the Nordic religion, it is believed that an ash tree known as the Yggdrasil tree lies in the middle of the earth, of which unites at the 9 realms of the universe. This principal belief is significant in its teaching that each individual is molded and derived from the same root. It also teaches adherents that one must be able to branch off and be interreliant of others in order to thrive in the universe of which they exist.
The 9 realms of the universe.
Asgard, known as the home to the female and the male gods of Norse mythology. It is governed by Odin and his wife Frigg, who is the mother of all.
Vanaheim, known as the home of the Vana gods, who were the gods of sorcery and magic. Alfheim, home to the light elves, known as Nordic angels. It is governed by Freya, the god of fertility.
Midgard, known as the Middle Earth, which is home to all human beings. Jotunheim, home to the frost giants, the enemies of the Aesir gods. Svartalfheim, home to the dark elves, which is found underground as it was believed that the dark elves had hated the light.
Nidvala, home of the dwarfs. It consists of a vast space filled with rocks and caves, which the dwarfs reside. Niflheim, the magical world of mist. Muspelheim, land to the south that is home to the fire giants and fire demons.
Supernatural powers and deities. Odin. He is the son of Bor and Besla. He was the god of magic and wisdom, as well as the ruler of Asgard. He had 2 ravens, Hugin and Mummin. He is considered one of the greatest warriors in Norse mythology, as he sacrificed himself on 2 accounts, in order to gain power and knowledge to assist mankind.
Thor. He was made the favorite of the Aesir gods. He was the son of Odin, god of thunder, protector of Midgard, had a warhammer named Mjolnir, created by dwarfs, extremely strong with a barbaric nature.
Freya, goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, queen of the Valkyries, gathered fallen soldiers and accompanied them to the afterlife. She was depicted as the most beautiful goddess in the entire universe. She was the twin sister of Freyr, the god of fertility.
Freya, twin brother of Freya. He is the god of fertility, ruler of the elves, originally was one of the Vanir gods, was capable of controlling sunlight and rain.
Tyr. He was the god of war. His arm was bitten off by a feral wolf. His symbol was a spear symbolizing justice. He inspired other Vikings to act with courage and heroism.
Loki was neither a sea or a Vanir god. He was originally a frost giant, but was later adopted by Odin. He is the trickster god. He has the ability to shapeshift, which he takes advantage of creating conflict between the realms.
Balder. He is the son of Odin, god of light and love. His mother made him an invincible god. He was loved by all gods and human beings. He unfortunately was killed by Loki and mistletoe. He had the characteristics of innocence, goodness, and forgiveness.
Rituals.
Nordics have a limited amount of rituals as the Vikings did not practice devotional rituals. Instead, local chiefs led worship. Adherents worshipped gods such as Thor, Odin, and Freya through statues and sacrificial living beings.
Nordics practice human sacrifice. For example, every 9 years the Vikings would sacrifice males of every living thing in order to please the god. In order to attain wisdom, Odin sacrificed himself on the drizzle tree for 9 nights.
Nordics set aside special locations that were regarded sacred. This allowed adherents to converse with their gods, for instance, Gamla Abdallah, which is located in Sweden. Vikings had also practiced the ritual of burial. This is where the Nordic warriors would sometimes be buried with slave girls, believing that they would become their wife in the afterlife.
Religion and society. The days of the week were named after gods and goddesses of Norse mythology. Sunday was called Sun's Day. Monday was called Moon's Day. Tuesday was called Tuesday. Wednesday was called Wednesday. Thursday was called Thor's Day. Friday was called Freya's Day. And Saturday was called Saturn's Day. Goddesses of Norse mythology were strong and powerful, which became reflective on the women of the Viking Age. The women were seen as the active members of society and backbone of their villages.
Search for meaning. The Vikings of the Scandinavian region obtained answers to the abundant questions of human existence through the pantheon of mythological gods. The mythological stories of the Viking gods included in the Eddas were a means of understanding the harsh world they found themselves living in.
Also, the Nordic religion is based on the Vikings' life experience. The religion provided an outline of the beliefs in which brutal attitudes and real-life actions could be vindicated. Muspelheim. The religion Asgard, known as Asgard. I can't do it. Sun's Day was called Sun's. Also, the Nordic religion is based on the Vikings' life experiences. The religion provided an outline of the beliefs in which